What you guys, got another action cam review here for you. This is the EKEN V8s action cam. This is a 4K action cam with a 40 megapixel shot on this one. It does 30 meters under the water, and as you can see, it's took a bit of an impact there on delivery, but everything seems to be okay. I'm going to get this one out, but as you can see on the side of the box here, it says 40 megapixel photo and 4K 30 frames per second for the video, and also water is up to 30 meters, Wi-Fi, dual screen on this version here, also electronic image stabilization EIS, and also HDMI and 170 degrees angle on this one. So let's get it out of the box and take a look at what you're going to get for your money. I just want to give you the specs here on the back of it here. As you can see, it has a 1050 milliamp battery on here as well. And I'm just going to leave this on the screen for a bit so you can read up on that and pause the screen at any stage so you can read all these. And this one has a nice look to it. So let's get it out of the box. So as you can see, once you get everything out of the box, there's an array of attachments you got here. And the build quality on these attachments is a bit better than some of the other ones that I've seen. They're pretty good thick quality plastic. And as you can see, we've got some helmet sticker ones here, which will go onto any crash helmet or something like that, or wherever you want to mount this onto really. There's a couple of those so you can mount the camera to that as well. You've got a remote control here, which is to remotely turn on or turn off or record your footage. And this is great if this is attached to a crash helmet. It means you haven't got to keep taking the camera off to do that. So there is the actual remote control. You've got an attachment here and some other attachments, another clip sort of attachment here, a back plate for your waterproof housing, some wire and some clips. You've got a little tiny tripod here which is going to screw onto the camera just in case you want a tripod. And also we've got some other handlebar attachments here. As you can see, very good build quality on these ones with some rubber inside here, and also a very good build quality on this attachment here, which I use quite a bit myself. Now also we've also got another little some sort of bracket here, and inside here is your user manual, and this is going to tell you what all these brackets are for and what you can use them for. As you can see here, they're all listed out, and it gives you some idea of what you can do with this. And also you can see we have a charger and a USB cable here as well. So this is our USB cable to charge our device, and it does come with a charger as well with a USB port on it, which is nice. And this is a 2-pin one, so if you're living in the UK, you will need to get an adapter. They normally send you an adapter with it as well to do that. We do have some Velcro strap in here, and also we have our camera, which we're going to take a look at right now. So here is the actual action cam in its waterproof housing. As you can see, we've got the standard waterproof housing here with the mode button on the front, which turns the camera on as well. You've got the action button on top, and also we have a Wi-Fi button on here, which also acts as some sort of function button when you're using the menu system. And on the back we have our 2-inch LCD screen, which you can't see at the moment, but it's there when I remove it from the housing. And also you can see our lens, and this lens here is a new lens, and I will post the information up on the screen so you can see it. And also we have our on-screen display on the front as well. This is also a bracket here which you can interchange with other ones if you want to. Now to remove this from its housing, if you're not familiar with these types of cameras, you just need to pull the front area back like so, and this will release it from its housing, and then you can remove the camera. Now the waterproof housing is very good and used up to 30 meters under the water. Just remember to wash it out and make sure there's no salt in here because it is corrosive, but this one looks pretty good, and that comes in the kit as well. So here we have our actual action cam here. As you can see, we have that beautiful lens on the front with the on-screen display on the front. This is going to give you all the display of what you're recording in and stuff like that. You can also view your footage on the front here as well. You also got the mode on there as well with your power button. It's used as the same button. And of course we have that brushed aluminium look on the front there as well. Now on this side here, this is where your micro SD card slot is as well. and also we've got that HDMI port and your USB port there for charging your actual battery as well. Now on the top here we have our snapshot button, our action button, which we can take snapshots with, and also it uses the menu, uses this button as well. Now on this side we have our Wi-Fi as well, which is, we can use this for our Wi-Fi, and that's pretty much it. On the back here we have our 2-inch screen here with some LEDs. When I turn it on you'll see that, and we have at the bottom our battery bay as well. So there we are. We're going to power this up so you can see it, to go to settings, and then we can use the top button to access that as well. So now we can go into here and take a look. So we can see here it's 4K. It's 4K here. So I'm going to go into here and see if they do. It's a 25 frames per second at 4K. So 30 frames is 2K. So as you can see, 1080p at 60 frames. And again, we can come out of here by just pushing the button all the way through, the mode button here like this, okay? So if you want to navigate through, you can do, and then just push this one. Again, you can just navigate through the photo resolutions and stuff like that, which goes up to 14 megapixel. And also we have video interval, looping video, timestamp, exposure, burst mode, TL photo interval, and also we have some other modes here which you can look at. I'm just going to go through these. I'm not going to read them all out. Formats and reset and version. There we go. So that is the actual menu system on this camera. We're going to get it on the tripod and take it out and see what the footage looks like. So as you can see, we've got some awesome time-lapse footage here which I just took outside. I just pointed it to the sky, and as you can see all the clouds moving across. You'll see an helicopter there somewhere and a plane. Also the sun will appear. Pretty cool stuff. I do love time-lapse stuff, and this does a pretty good job at time-lapse. It's not the best in the world, but hey, it's not bad for a little tiny action camera, as you can see here. Again, I also took some 4K footage here at 25 frames per second, and this is what you get. Pretty decent, pretty gloomy day, but you can see the definition in the clouds, and also you can see everything going on the action cam screen there. And again, you get a lot for your money here. You can use time-lapse, burst photos, you know, 4K, 2K, 1080p at 60 frames, whatever you want really. It does quite a lot, this little action cam. Really do like it. Good action cam. So let's take a look at 1080p here at 60 frames per second, and again this one looks nice and sharp and clean, and I do like it. It's a really decent camera, so I will leave all the information in the video description for you if you're interested in this. And also we're going to take a look at the walk test in a second, and I'll also give you a microphone test so you'll be able to hear what the microphone sounds like on this action cam. And the walking test was pretty good. So this is the walking test and a microphone test, as you can see. Just giving this a little walking test. So as you can see, that was pretty stable when walking, which means it's really good for an action cam. Some action cams are all over the place. This one's pretty stable, as you can see. And this is 2K for 2K at 30 frames per second. I'm just going to wind this video up to show you some photos at the end. You can make your own minds up what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of it. And also, if I'll leave all the links and that sort of stuff in the video description. There will be a discount code in there that you can use to get this for a bit cheaper. So let's just take a look at this little baby swan here. I think it's called a cygnet, and as you can see, that will go pure white eventually. But beautiful creatures. And here's some photo footage. Not the best photos in the world, but pretty reasonable. 14 megapixels. Anyway, that's the review over with. My name is Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. Hope you enjoyed this one, guys. Thanks for Banggood for sending this one over for review. I shall see you again for another video. Bye for now.